Huh? Is it live?
Yes.
Yo.
Can we? Are we gonna see like the template or not? It's not. Usually we see it right in the back.
Yeah.
That was true, man.
Fuck it. I'll talk while he puts it up. But what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 5 of Trash Talk Podcast. Your boy Russ is here, Shawley's here. I just wanted to kick this episode off because there's a lot to talk about, man. Like I feel like the news cycle has been nuts. They're like literally as we're sitting here, shit is breaking. And that's why sometimes it's good to kind of run the podcast a little bit later. But I mean, we have the list, but I don't even know if we want to go in order because there's some pressing issues.
Yeah, a lot,
Shit.
a lot has happened.
Yeah, man. I feel like recently, literally like an hour ago, it just broke that what's your Kelsey, which is the friend of because we're gonna talk about the Tory Lanez situation. Number one, I think since we last pod, Tory Lanez got stabbed that following day, right? Or was it that Monday? Or we talked about it, but the
It was
details came out.
it was the following day after we podcast that he got stabbed.
Yeah, I think he got stabbed that Monday, and we touched upon it very briefly, but we didn't have too much information. Then that Tuesday, we learned that he got stabbed 14 times. Like they tried to kill him. At
Yeah,
first, they were just saying like he's in critical condition. And that evening, I think it got released that he got stabbed 14 times. It was like 7 in the torso. I think 2 times in the head, like in the back of the head or something like that. Like it was crazy. And to us, like when you read that, it's like, oh, someone tried to like actually end his life. Fast forward to today on a Wednesday when we're recording this. What day is it today? It's May 14th. I mean, the bodyguard of Kelsey, which is the friend of Megan, is now saying that Kelsey actually admitted that she's the one that fired the gun, right?
hmm
Yeah. So shit, what do
Well,
you
I mean, I saw another video that said that showed that Megan wasn't actually shot. She stepped on glass.
yeah, so that's what there is like that video of like the police officer or something like it was like was a police cam or something like that or what?
I don't know. It just showed her stepping on glass and actually cutting her foot.
I think I
Because
saw
there
something.
was there ever like a bullet hole that was found in like her body?
See, this is where I don't actually don't think so. I think like that was like one of the things it's like, bro, there was no like I don't know. I don't fucking know. But
Yeah.
I definitely do know that it was very controversial when it was happening because there was a lot of things that are kind of missing from the case.
hmm
And it became he say, she say. But I mean, you have allegedly new evidence of the bodyguard saying that, Kelsey admitted that she was the one that fired the gun.
hmm
Like, we were talking about it very briefly in the chat. But what are your thoughts on that?
I've always thought that Tory was innocent. I just couldn't see a place, or especially where he was at in his career. I feel like his career was just starting to take off. Like I was jamming Tory heavily. I think that was right after Playboy dropped. Things were just going in the right direction for him. Granted, he did stay free for a while after that. Wasn't he free for about 2 years after he was, I guess, accused of shooting her?
The
Because they
timeline.
broke up. And time flies. Time has flown
They were
since
never.
then.
I don't know if they were together. They were fucking though. From
Yeah,
what?
they were fucking sorry.
Yeah.
So like, that incident happened, they kind of, she played around with the fact that he was guilty and she was really pushing the narrative of like putting him behind bars and stuff like that. And then Tory was obviously, professing that he was innocent, and stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like that lasted for about 2 years. In that 2 years of him being free before he got locked up, I would say he got locked up in 2022. In those years of him being free, I think, you know, as more evidence started to come out and stuff like that, I started to realize that like, in what world would Tory Lanez shoot a girl over an argument? I don't. For me, I just never thought that he would be that kind of person that would do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, especially with all the evidence that was brought up before the case, I think it was more of like a thing to protect Meg and her image, because I feel like if you put two and two on a scale, who's probably more valuable, I guess, in the entertainment industry, I would say Meg is. So, and she has a bunch of heavy hitters on her side that would probably like do anything to defend her. Because she signed a Rock Nation, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, in a situation like that, someone was supposedly shot. So someone was going to take the hit. And it wasn't the bodyguard. It wasn't Kelsey. I guess she didn't take it. I'm sure they paid Kelsey off. I've always thought that, you know, someone was paid off to force Tory to take the hit for what happened that night.
Yeah.
I don't even believe I don't even believe someone was shot. I think it was probably the glass incident. Based on what I've seen recently, it was probably like the glass incident, and I think they tried to play it off as like a bullet grazing.
Yeah, I don't, it's crazy because at the time I was like, hey man, like I was like in the mode of like believe women. Remember that movement? Like believe all women.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was just kind of like leaning more towards like it don't look like I don't know. Cause at the time Tory was kind of he would have some like physical run-ins. He would have some physical run-ins here and there, right?
mhm.
Like he was known for being kind of like having a temper or whatever. And then shit, you know, I think like just like the media train that followed Megan, you're just kind of like you don't want to believe that she would lie about something like that.
She was also popping up at that time when all this shit happened. She was popping up too.
It was damn near the peak of her shit. And
Yeah,
like I said, you don't want to believe. Like I always try to believe in the good of people, and I don't think that people are going to be lying and stuff like that. And just the characterization of Tory at the time, he was kind of known as like a hothead that like will actually scrap for real. So I was like, I mean, when you involve alcohol and shit and girls, and you have a weapon on you, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't know what can happen. I was like, like you kind of said though, you're like, you don't want to think that someone would shoot a woman though. Like, why would you feel the need to actually like shoot a woman? That makes no sense.
to shoot a woman when your career is about to take off, like I feel like all those things go through your mind before you pull the trigger. I don't know. I don't think I'm not sure. I don't want to sound stupid because I haven't really looked back on the information yet. I'm not even sure if a bullet was fired that night. If it was, then who knows? But yeah, I think he's innocent. I think we're about to see her. We're about to see things start to turn around. I think he eventually gets released early. I think this overwhelming evidence that just came out will eventually prove that he's innocent. And I think he'll get released early. I think whoever did lie will probably get penalized for it, whether it's Kelsey or the bodyguard, whoever. They probably will get penalized for it. I'm not really sure if a gunshot was fired or not. If it was, then someone will get in trouble. But more of the story for me, my perspective is I think Tory is innocent, and I think we're about to find that out pretty soon.
I wonder. I just yeah, and honestly, like the way things are lining up, it looked like he was someone attempted to murder him and get him the fuck out of here before that evidence came out. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not like a big conspiracy theorist, but it's seeming like this is one of the ones that hold on, I'm like posting that we're live. But I think like this is one of the ones where it's like, hey man, I ain't gonna lie, this is starting to add up, bro. This don't look right. This really don't look right. And I feel like a lot of dudes and a lot of people were initially kind of scared to talk up or speak up or say their piece about it because I don't know if you've seen this, but on at least on Twitter and Threads, there's like this narrative going around now. It's like if you're talking to a man, ask him what he thinks about Tory Lanez, Diddy, and whatever sexual, whatever allegations men are dealing with right now. Whatever his stance on is like that defines who his like character or what his character is. Like that's the type of atmosphere we're living right now.
Yeah, that's stupid as fuck. That sounds very dumb, but
It's like so. I wonder what those conversations are now that the new evidence is presented. Like if you have a bodyguard that's now coming out and saying, "Brad, like."
I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinion. When that stuff was happening back then, I stood strong behind Tory being innocent. I didn't really voice it as much because there was a lot of the Me Too movement going on where, you know, if you voiced that Tory was innocent, you were going to get flamed. So I kind of kept it to myself. But I was liking all the posts that kind of proved that he was innocent. I was commenting, all that stuff. I just never I never publicly put it on my story that he was innocent. Because if he wasn't innocent, I would have looked stupid. So kind of kept it to myself there.
I mean, I think smart people like you should be able to change your mind if you're presented with evidence. I think sometimes like we tend to look at things with a very emotional lens.
Yeah.
So it's like you love Meg the Stallion so much and you want to fight for women's rights and you want to protect women, But I mean, like, if the evidence is showing something else is happening, you can't just blatantly ignore that. So an innocent man goes to jail.
I think back then a lot of people were more so in love, until this day, they were more so in love with Meg Thee Stallion as a fan. So they didn't even care to look into the information and the facts. But now that she's kind of died out. I mean, she's died out, right? I mean, she's not really that popular no more. I mean, I don't really see or hear about her unless she's
music wise, she's kind of like getting a little dry just because like she makes. I honestly think music wise, I don't know if she's that talented. She's just been kind of like doing this one flow for like the last couple of years. It's not hitting the same because I was a fan. Like for a very short amount of time when she was making like fresh, good music, I was like, I fuck with this shit. Like you turn Meg Thee Stallion on, all the girls start twerking and dancing and getting lit, and it's a good time. But it just don't hit the same no more. Like I feel like there's better women. There's better women rappers now. Like you got Lotto, you got Doechii, you got Glorilla. Like Meg is kind of like more of a personality at this point, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, for me, man, I feel like there are some tracks from women that I like every now and then, but there's only so much I can hear about I'm that bitch with like my ass can eat my pussy. Like I just
You don't really like rap that much, anyways.
yeah, I don't unless it's like a specific like I can listen to Drake, but I can't. For me, it's just like after a while, all that genre of music, like the come suck my pussy, like all that shit, like it's just like it gets old after a while. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old, but like
Yeah,
almost this like there's a genre of female rappers that kind of rap the same thing, just different. They say it differently, but the overlining message is I have a nice ass, I have a fat pussy, come fuck me, I trick on niggas. Like it's like the same thing.
yeah,
You can say that about male rappers too, and I don't listen to that shit either.
yeah. It goes both ways for sure. Like I didn't think that you just taking a dig at women rappers, but yeah, like I like so for example, right on the men's side, there's a couple men that I'll tolerate that from, like a Moneybag Yo, because me like, he's always like, it's just his shit is funny to me. Like the shit he be saying is funny. So Moneybag Yo I be listening to.
Young Dolph when he was alive, rest in peace.
Yeah, like, but I don't even like honestly. I very rarely go to Moneybag that often. Like now, as I get older, like I be listening to more Jay-Z, Kendrick, like Pusha T. I know Pusha T only talks about drugs, but it's like clever. That's the type of music I listen to now. And then obviously Drake. I don't really listen to the young boys that much anymore. And if it's like too much like I make money and I buy this and I fuck this girl and this, I'm just like I'm kind of gassed out with it at this point, man.
That shit is so played out. I mean, I don't know what's happening with Lil Baby, but I feel like that's kind of why his music like plateaued hard. Lil Baby, his shit plateaued hard. I don't really see his music anymore. I don't see people listen to him. I will say that. I mean, honestly, I can't even say that I listen to this person as much anymore. But Future is always going to be like an exception for me. Yeah, however, still at this age, I can only tolerate a certain amount of Future, that style of music. It's very
like his album, the last album that he dropped, the last two that he dropped with Metro, them shit's kind of like it was dope for like a month.
Time. Yeah,
it was dope for a month, maybe two. And then after that, like the only songs that really stuck for me was like that, and then Type Shit.
Yeah.
After that, it's just like you're not really going. I'm probably never really going to revisit that album.
I think for me, when I start reciting the lyrics and I start like listening to what I'm actually saying, it just becomes like, why am I listening to this? And then I quickly like snap out of it and like I'm on to something else that provides some sort of substance in my life.
We've talked about it before, but Jay-Z makes, as you get older,
timeless.
Man, it's like his music has been getting better to me every single fucking year. Like anytime I cut on some Jay-Z, like for example, the what's the song that I keep replaying? I always start my workout with this one song. Let me pull it up. It's Streets is Watching by Jay-Z. That shit.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Ah, man, fuck.
Yeah. You feel like an old head when you listen to Jay-Z, but it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's still gems that I listen and I get from Jay-Z every time I listen to him. I'd rather listen to that shit over. I mean, I'd rather listen to country, Christian music, Jay-Z. I'd rather listen to anything but like the rah-rah, like
my nigga
music.
Country and Christian music.
Yeah, man. I just
when do you listen to Christian music?
I listen to Christian music a lot, actually.
Like doing what?
I mean, driving. Honestly, lately, bro, I've been listening to a lot of Forrest Frank. You don't know him. He's he's a Christian artist. He's very popular. But for me, man, I feel like you are what you listen to, and if you continue to cloud your head up with like a bunch of like the BS that's out today, bro, like.
Hey, this nigga saying this, but the shit he be sending me is like.
No, I'm just saying, like. When do I ever send? I don't ever. We don't ever. I feel like we don't ever. We don't ever link on music because like we have a completely different music taste.
Yeah.
I love listening to country. Like, you know, there's times where I'll listen to country. I'll be in a country mood for like a week and I'll just listen to nothing but country. And then there'll be a week where I'm like on Christian music. I'll listen to nothing but Christian music. And then there's a week I'm on Drake or Jay-Z or like, you know, classic hip hop and R&B. Like I haven't listened to like any of this new crap in a very long time. And honestly, it annoys me when I find out that there's a new rapper that has like a long name, like, and I don't know about it.
Yeah, but what do you think is gonna happen with Tory? Do you think he'll eventually get out?
Yeah, I think this is gonna reopen up his case. I think there's gonna be an overwhelming amount of evidence that proves that he wasn't guilty for what he did. Mm-hmm. And I think you know, he's been in jail probably for 2 to 3 years now. I think he'll probably get out immediately. I think by the end of this year, maybe early next year, Tory Lanez will get out.
I think he's been in jail like a year now.
Okay, so I was right. He was out on bond for 3 years.
Yeah, I can't even remember the timeline of all this. I just feel like time is like
he got charged in 2020.
Okay.
So I mean, for him to go to jail in 2023, that means they were like preparing his case for 3 years. Then he went to jail. So I mean,
shit.
I think
Trump could earn a lot of a lot of black people's approval by pardoning Tory. I feel like that's something he would do.
Yeah, I can see Trump doing that. I can see Trump doing that.
He pardoned Kodak. That was a non-violent crime. But I mean, like,
if he does that, Meg's career is over. If Tory gets out on some like it was a lie type shit, Meg's career is over.
Yeah,
it's already down in the meadows. So it's like if something comes out that proves that she was lying and she was talking all that hot crap, that might be like the last blow. The thing is with Meg though, she's an attractive girl and she obviously knows how to shake her assets. So like that's gonna take her further than her music. Honestly, there's going to be horny men and
there's a shelf life on that for sure though. Like,
come on, yeah. But I mean, like I said, I feel like women like that. Like if the career fails personally, she'll find a man that'll wife that up and take care of her.
I just feel like there's a lot of shit going on. Like we have like a lot of NBA talk to talk about, but it's just like culturally, there's things that are just hidden right now where it's like, I say all this to say, like, I think about the Diddy case and the whole Diddy situation. Like,
that's just sick.
I just can't believe, because I know we talked about it initially before the case started, and I was like, I don't know if the prosecution is going to have like exactly what they need to convict him for the specific thing that they're trying to convict him of. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm starting to think that they might, because some of the stuff that they're revealing in the case, I think they're going to be able to prove that, like, yeah, like I think it's like sex trafficking, right? I'm pretty sure it's like a RICO case, sex trafficking, like I don't know, some kind of crazy situation. My thing is just like, how are you going to prove in court about the sex trafficking? Because right now they're proving that he's definitely a piece of shit. Like,
yeah,
he is a horny, nasty, like, man. Like, he's just disgusting.
I have my take on it. I think that we're gonna find out that he's a very horny, nasty man. Like not that homosexuality is nasty, but all the other stuff he was doing around homosexuality and like the pissing on people and all the stuff he was doing. I think that we're gonna find out he's a very nasty person as it continues to become publicized. However, I do think that they're not gonna find anything or any convincing evidence that proves that he did anything wrong. You know, if it was all consensual. So
yeah, what's difficult is because the consensual part's interesting, but then also what's difficult because like, man, when you hear or not hear, but when you read some of the stuff that Cassie was saying was going on, like how do you prove? Because she said herself that she didn't want to stop doing it because she didn't want him to do it with anybody else in fear of like hurting them. But then
yeah,
also too, she's like, I'm also like like I'm a jealous type of girl. Like I like when I did fall in love with him, I just wanted him type of thing. So it's like, man, how do you prove without a shadow of a doubt that he was sex trafficking and forcing people to do things against his will? It's because right now, I mean, obviously this case is still going to be developing. There's a lot of days of court, but right now they're just proving that he's a disgusting, nasty, foul human being, which is probably the characterization part of it. But
I think the people that started this whole thing, whether it was like, was it BlackRock or whoever they were saying that started the group that's conspired against him, that tried to drag his name through the mud.
yeah,
I think that group knew that he wasn't going to get convicted, but they did all of this just to drag his name through the mud. If you really think about it, man, OJ Simpson got away with killing someone. Um, like if OJ Simpson can get away with killing someone with much less funds and much less access to the lawyers and all the people to like actually get him out of jail, Diddy is probably surrounded with the best lawyers. They're probably like nitpicking every single piece of evidence. I'm not saying that what Diddy did was right.
Brian Steele is leading his
Yeah,
team.
I think it's going to be the same thing, similar to Young Thug. I think it's going to be, except honestly, Diddy might serve way less time. I think it's going to be a similar situation to that, where like they're gonna filter out and expose Diddy for all his nasty stuff, all of it. But once they expose him, they're gonna realize, okay, we exposed the hell out of you. You're already embarrassed. Your image is already destroyed. But we can't really put you in jail because you didn't do anything wrong. So we're gonna release you. We're gonna put you through a whole year and a half, 2 years of just shame. We're gonna make you do the walk of shame, destroying your name. You're not gonna have no partners, no sponsorships, no TV shows, no networking, no broadcasting. All your liquor lines are gonna shut down. That's all this was. That's all this was. That's all this was. I think eventually they let him go. No one fucks with Diddy after that. The people that don't mind that he's a nasty person are gonna continue to fuck with him. And the people that do mind, which is a lot of people, they'll just distance themselves from him. That's it.
Yeah, that's kind of looking like the play. It's just the thing that like the thing they charged him with. I'm just interested to see in the next coming weeks. Like, is that going to stick, and is that going to be enough to convince the jury? But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of confusion, man. I think like to convict someone of certain things, because it's tough, because like the video of him doing that to Cassie is fucking. I saw it once, like maybe last year or whenever that came out, and I was like, I don't ever want to see that again. Like, it just looked nasty.
I will say that, like, I don't approve of anything that he's done, but I do believe that he's an intelligent individual, and he probably knew that tape was going to come out one day, sooner or later. But one of the things that he did as soon as that happened was he paid off people, made her sign a non-disclosure, whatever. So like, I feel like he's smart enough and he's nasty enough to where when he does nasty stuff like that, he covers up his, he covers up his thing. So like,
this is showing that he's.
Well, I think
not as careful as you would think. Like,
well, yeah, he wasn't as careful as he thought he was, but like, as far as protecting himself against getting in trouble, I just have this deep down feeling that like this is just all like a walk of shame. It's a very long, drawn out walk of shame.
Yeah.
I've lost respect. You're gonna lose respect. Everyone's gonna lose respect for him. But guess what? He's eventually gonna get out. He's gonna be free, and we're all gonna be like, people are gonna forget about it, and we're gonna see him pop up on Instagram every now and then with his children. The thing I think about it a lot is, we're gonna see Diddy on Instagram in a year or so, broadcasting from his crib, talking about how he loves God and how free he is and all that stuff. We're gonna see it, but like, it's up to you. It's up to you, man. It's up to you if you want to continue to mess with him or not. People welcome back OJ, and he killed somebody. So like,
that one was a little bit different because I think it was the Watts riot that happened at the time, and LA was like in a very racial tense situation. So the OJ thing was like a win for us in a sense. Like we looked at that as like a win against the criminal justice system. So like that was like a really compounded issue. This one is just like, nah, this nigga nasty, bro. But what they're trying to convict it. This is what people need to understand because both my parents are lawyers. there's the law, right? And there's what you think of somebody and like what they did, right? You can't, if someone killed somebody or like first degree murder and you try to charge them for like manslaughter or something else, I don't know, whatever you want to say, you have to be very specific in what you're charging them with or you're gonna fuck everything up. That person's gonna end up walking free. So that's why I say like this Diddy situation is interesting. I'm not here defending him. Like I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that I wonder what they will present to make this like an open and shut type of case. Because if we going off of domestic violence, that would have been boom right then and there. Like he would have went to jail. But it's not domestic violence. It's sex trafficking and something else that's like currently slipping my mind. But we'll see. I'm tapping in with the updates every single day.
I feel like you've done some nasty shit that you've done it. You've done some nasty shit in the room where after you've done it, you're like, damn, they should lock me up. Yeah. I feel like, because that's kind of what this case is. That's
bro, what the fuck just happened, man?
I feel like that's what this case is. I feel like that's what this case is about. It's like, the shit that you've been telling me, like, there was this thing that was like, he wiped his stuff around her, whatever, or he got Cassie to wipe someone else's semen across his chest, or on like whatever.
We've talked about this. I don't know how vulnerable you want to be, but we've talked about this remember when we had the group chat?
Yeah.
We've talked. Nah, hell nah, Dark him. I ain't freaky. Well, I ain't mad at that, but like, bro, when I be with girls and like we doing stuff or whatever, like I be thinking about like, cause we men, we talk about, X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, there's nothing I'm gonna do in this bedroom that I can't tell my boys about. Like, I'm not finna say like I did some freaky ass shit because like, first of all, in the moment, I'll be laughing my ass off. Like if I was like doing some crazy, nasty, nutty, nasty, disgusting shit, like in the moment I'll be laughing because I'm like, bro, like, what would the homies think of me if I told them?
I don't do that. You shouldn't be thinking of your homies while you're doing it. So like I have to cut you off, man. I think if you're into something, if you're into a certain kink, whatever it is, whatever it may be, if you're into a certain kink, whatever it may be, enjoy it while you're doing it. Don't think about your homies. If you want your girl to toss your salad and do all that stuff, I don't do that.
So what I'm saying is like,
you like that. You like that, huh?
Huh?
You like that.
I've honestly never had that happen to me. Dead ass. I've never I've just never had that happen to me.
You've never sat down with your legs up and held it up like this?
That's sick. I've never done that, bro. Straight up. And the thing is like I would be honest if I had done that, I would be honest, I'd say it. But like I'm first of all, I'm not even into that. But the stuff that I'm into,
I hope not.
Huh?
I said, I hope not.
Bro, honestly, you know how many people get their ass ate? How many? Well, yeah, people. A lot of people get their ass ate. A lot.
Grown men with muscles, allowing a woman to do
Why'd you say muscles?
I'm just thinking about us.
Okay, yeah. Don't think about us when it don't ever in your fucking life, bro. Don't ever in your fucking life think about us in sexual conversation, man. Please, bro.
I was thinking like, bro, like as a grown man as a grown man, how do you allow yourself to like do that? I don't care how good it feels. I feel like it's just pride, man. Like,
well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just like, bro, like there's certain things that I'm not even open up to. I'm like, well, okay.
And I know, like when I eat like bad food and when I wake up in the middle of the night and my stomach hurts and I know what I do to the toilet, I would never allow anyone I cared about to go down.
I've said the same thing. I'm like,
and I don't like I don't bleach my asshole, and I also don't shave my asshole. So like You want to eat here? Sorry, this is getting. We talked about Tory Lanez, and now we're talking about
ass.
Yeah.
I've
men
had
ass.
Men ass is crazy. I've had the same sentiment though. Like I would never let someone do that. Cause I'm like, bro, we could get off this conversation after this, but like, you know how men just have like more of a pungent smell.
Yeah.
Than girls. Like, could you like? No, I don't want to. I care about you too much for you to do that to me.
I fart like at least 50 times a day.
That's okay.
So like,
you like shart yourself sometimes?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that like I feel and I know what comes out. So like, why would I allow anyone that I care about to be down there?
Honestly, if you're a man and you require that your girl eat your ass, you're a sick fucking person.
You might be gay.
Okay.
Not that it matters if you are gay, but like you should get tested. Next topic.
So man, I just got hot.
Well, you should see if you are like you should.
If a woman's doing it to you, it's not gay. Unless you wanted a man to eat your ass. Now that might be a little.
That's my thing. I feel like men who like that are men who enjoy that.
Nah.
Who fantasize about that? No.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's always been my thing. I remember we had.
It ain't gotta go like that, my G. Goddamn. If you want a girl to do something to you,
that means you really want a man to do it.
Why do you have to add the man to if you want a girl to do something?
Because no one should be around that part of your body as a male.
You know it does feel good though, right?
Okay, so you've done it.
I've never done it. I'm just saying, like scientifically.
Oh, we got him. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, he's right here. We got him.
No, man, nah, bro. Nah, I'm just saying, like scientifically.
How do you know? What do you mean?
Look it up. Yo, Vic took the chat away. He said, "Nah, this is too freaky." He said, "Yo, Georgette said I came into this live during an interesting topic. I'm crying." Look, man, I'm just saying, like, if there's anyone in the chat that likes getting their ass ate, speak up, man. I don't.
What?
Well, I just
you just said that like you're a rap artist. Like, what do you? So you do like it?
No, I don't. I've never had it done to me, bro. I swear. I promise. I've never had it done to me.
Anyways, on to some cool stuff that I saw yesterday. Dallas getting the first overall pick. Then I saw something today. I think Vic, you sent it in the chat. They're saying that someone, man, I don't like when what's his name? Sean Williams. No, the guy that commentates for ESPN, and he commentates for ESPN. The guy that played for Duke, that commentates for ESPN.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
The bald dude, the dude that Vic sent in the chat.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, some of his takes are pretty like interesting. He said something. I think Vic. I mean, I don't know if you want to chime in, Vic. You can. I don't know if they can hear you, but if you can talk to us. But apparently, he came in and said that he wanted Dallas. Why? Can the chat hear you right now? Yeah. Because I'd rather hear it from you, baby boy.
Yeah, I'm not like the craziest basketball fanatic, so I really don't know the logistics of all this and like how.
Everyone, this is Vic. Vic.
Yeah.
Yo, Vic sounds like the off-camera pod producer.
Like the Jamie.
Yeah, you sound like Jamie. You sound like I watched the Brilliant Idiots podcast. You sound like the old white dude. You got that deep voice.
All right. Anyways, Nico Harris.
Careful, he might toss some legs back.
Okay.
Yeah, this line's never come on, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, his point was like, if you're
Let's not just have the chat open for everyone to see, Vic.
Yeah, bro. What are you doing?
Put that shit away, bro.
Only y'all see this. They don't.
Okay.
Oh my god,
bro. I started sweating. I was about to hang up, man.
I was about to hang up the. I'm not gonna. I was about to hang up the line.
Yo, my cursor is on the hang up button. I was like, yo, he is wilding.
This is the take. He pretty much says, if I'm Nico Harris, I'm trading the #1 overall pick.
Jay Williams.
Oh, Jay Williams. Oh,
former Duke star.
Okay.
Jay Williams. Why? Okay, so what was his reasoning behind trading Nico? Behind trading the first round pick? First
He's saying like right now, because of the window in time that you currently have AD and Kyrie, you're not looking for something in the 4 to 5 year range. You're looking for something in the 2 to 3. So right now, if you trade the first, you're good. You can get, I think, like he was saying, D-Book. You can get Giannis. You can get somebody right now that could actually give you a chance to win sooner rather than later, because you're having, you're having aging stars like AD. You're having Kyrie aging, Klay Thompson aging. So if you want something now, you're going to have to give up the first overall, unless you're trying to look for a slower rebuild in which you're going to have to, get free agents. And I don't know how the NBA works like that.
Man,
I agree with that pick, in my opinion.
No, okay. Well, I disagree with you, Vic, and I disagree with Jay Williams. Only because I feel like this is so disrespectful to Cooper Flagg. I think Cooper Flagg is a grown man. I don't know if you guys have watched his Team USA highlights and how he hoops with grown men, the best of the grown men in America, the Team US, the gold Team USA team. I think he's a grown man. I think he's very ready for the NBA. I don't know why Nico would trade the first draft pick for other players. I mean, I don't even know who. Like, I don't know who else. I don't know who's out on the market that would fit in with Kyrie and AD and make them better than they already are, except for Cooper Flagg. Like, I just don't see anyone in this market. I think if he went out and got someone for that first round pick, yeah, he would get like a cool player, a player that would probably bring in a lot of ticket sales and stuff like that. But haven't the Mavericks? No, not the Mavericks. We've seen this happen in multiple teams with the Nets, the Suns. Who else? When you try and mesh too many superstars together, the Clippers, when you try and mesh too many superstars together, it doesn't really work out the way you want it to work out. And I feel like they're in a position now where they can be loyal to Cooper Flagg, bring him in, grow him up with the Dallas community, grow him up against the veterans like AD and Kyrie, like phenomenal veterans for Cooper to grow up with. You have a very good supporting cast in the Dallas Mavericks. Spencer Dinwiddie. You have I'm going blank right now. Russell Phillips. No, Dinwiddie's not there anymore, huh?
Oh yeah. I was like Dinwiddie.
Is he there?
Nah, hell
no. Who? Oh, PJ Washington. I'm tripping. PJ Washington. Bro, you have like an entire the Mavericks were nice this year, man. I don't think they need to go.
So I think Jay is tripping. I think honestly, when you look at it, like kind of what Shawley said, there's no one that you're gonna bring in that's gonna make y'all exorbitantly better. Like if you bring in Giannis, you're gonna have to give up like Gafford, you're gonna have to give up Lively or something, one of the two, right? And I just feel like those guys are like big time energy guys, and that's gonna kind of fuck up the team chemistry. Also, AD, what is Giannis gonna play? What is AD gonna play? AD likes to play the 4. He like Dallas was a great situation because you have Gafford or Lively playing the 5, and AD is in the position that he wants to play at. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna make him better. I just feel like if you draft Cooper, right, it's the best of both worlds. Just bring him off the bench, bring him along, allow him to develop, and then by the time AD and Kyrie either leave or retire, you get to move on to the Cooper Flagg era.
I think
Cooper's coming in at 18, 19 years old. He's not gonna be ready, man. Like I heard someone had a fantastic breakdown about the situation. He's like, when you're that young, you're just not ready. Like he's a great prospect to build on and like grow through like the next year or two. Because bro, 18, man, you're not gonna come in and like do too much.
No, I agree. I don't think he's going to be like ready in the sense that like they're a championship team, but I think he's going to, really contribute to this team in a very positive way. And I think this is a really good stepping stone for the Mavericks. And I think honestly, maybe not this first year, but second year, they have a deep run in the NBA in the Western Conference in the playoffs.
As currently constructed, Dallas could very well be in the Western Conference Finals next year.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man. I think Cooper is
all you do is just add Cooper FLAGG to that. That's a solid team right there.
Perfect situation, bro. Don't mess up, Nico. This is your only opportunity to like fix things. Draft Cooper, save the day.
A white boy in Dallas.
Yeah, Jerry Jones.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that's going crazy. I mean, I think that's why Luka was so successful. I mean, I know he's not from America, but he's white complected in Dallas, Texas. That shit goes crazy. That's why he was so beloved, and he was cold, obviously.
Imagine Cooper FLAGG at Cowboy Stadium in the off season or during the season. Like that's just like clicks. That's clicks. Honestly, Cooper going to his first Cowboys game on ESPN or on House of Highlights, or throwing the opening pitch for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Do you think the NBA is rigged with Dallas getting that first overall pick?
Yeah.
They only had a 1.8% chance of getting it.
I think everything is rigged, man, when money is involved, man. It's just it's a matter of what it's rigged to. Like, to what extent is it rigged? I definitely think the NBA is rigged, though. But like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think okay, it don't look right for sure. Like LeBron going to Cleveland, he's from Cleveland. LeBron going to Cleveland. D Rose going to Chicago when he's from Chicago. What's the other team that was it was kind of blatant? Wemby talking about the Spurs, and then we get him and we actually draft him and all that type of shit. Tim Duncan going to the Spurs. This is just really, really convenient. But if it's rigged, what's the purpose? What's the play? Who does this benefit?
Nico, right?
Why would they benefit Nico?
I mean, I think they were just trying to save his career.
They don't have to. It's just a GM.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a good chance that Nico, when he was getting the death threats and the whole city of Dallas hated him, he probably was borderline suicidal.
Zion going to the Pelicans, that's one of the worst things that could have happened. He was known to have it. I mean, they were concerned about his weight, and he went to one of the biggest food cities in America, bro. And the Pelicans are not even a cornerstone franchise.
Pelicans they've had multiple chances to really become a good franchise. And I don't know. They just they battle with really inconvenient injuries at the worst times. Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, all these injuries that they battle with. It's Zion shit.
I start to think that's the organization. I don't think that's bad luck. I think it's there's something you're doing with your training staff, or the training staff that's there, they're not doing a good job.
That could very much be it.
Yeah. How do you have all these players that are just injured all the time? That makes no sense. Whereas some players will go to certain places to get rehab because they're known to have a good rehab process.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think if any team landed, because let's say Utah. If Utah got that first overall pick, they would say it's rigged because it's okay, you got Cooper FLAGG going to a white ass city, it's a perfect mix. They'd say it's rigged if that happened.
Yeah, people are gonna say it's rigged anyway.
Or if the Spurs won the first pick, they say that's rigged because you get Wemby, you get FLAGG. I just feel when something happens that we don't like, we automatically just go it's rigged. Because I'm just trying to find the storyline that makes sense for this.
Yeah. I mean, I think you just had a really good point. When something happens that we don't like, we automatically as fans say it's rigged or the refs blew it or something like that. So, I mean, I've kind of realized that is true. And my take on sports being rigged has fallen tremendously. I used to be heavy on that. But when you sober up and realize that maybe you just feel like it's rigged because things didn't go your way, you start to realize, okay, like that's like the psychology of every human or every fan when it comes to sports. If if the Lakers win the championship, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, the refs called it the Lakers way. I'm like, nah, the Lakers beat you fair and square. But if they lose, I'm like, man, Adam Silver really wanted the Nuggets. He just really wanted Joker to get his first chip. So I understand it. Or he want, not Joker, but he wanted the Celtics to get their first chip in a while. So like I feel like when it comes down to like quickly calling things rigged, I think you have to have a little bit of a higher IQ to really understand and say things like that.
Yeah, I think that there's like definitely corrupt individuals. Like you'll have like a corrupt ref, maybe players that are doing some bullshit, maybe some league officials are doing some bullshit. But like as a whole, I don't know if like the whole and like there's like a top, there's like someone at the top, like Adam Silver is like making these specific calls. It's like no, in this game, I need the Lakers to win, so X, Y, and Z. I think sometimes what will happen is that you'll have like a rogue ref have money on a game and then start influencing some calls here. That's oh damn, Braun needs another 2 points. Let me call this foul right here and bring him to the free throw line real quick. Like that. I think that's more logical than saying like from top to bottom, it is like a script and a playbook as to what needs to happen this particular season.
I think the NBA can be rigged, or any league can be rigged from multiple like points. Whether it's a ref, calling a game a certain way because he has money on the game, or a group of rogue refs have money on the game. Whether it's Adam Silver really wanting something to happen this way. I mean, we saw it happen with the Donahue case, like the documentary on Netflix about the ref. Like, that just proved to me that, okay, this shit is actually rigged. And then two, the college basketball untold story. There's two untold stories. There's one about the ref that, got caught throwing games and betting on games. And then there's that college basketball documentary on Netflix, about the college kid that almost went to the league. He was really good. And, he got found out betting on his own, throwing games and betting on himself, and essentially like allowing people to bet on him and throwing games and shaving points because of that. So I think it definitely still happens today. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Like, imagine if you're Tyrese Halliburton and you're at dinner before Game 5 of the playoffs, and your friend who's also a millionaire is saying, "Yo, bro, I got $5 million on you to go under in your assist. I want you to win the game though, but like try not to pass it too much when it gets to like when you get to like 4, try not to pass it as much. Maybe tell your coach, if y'all are blowing them out, tell your coach to take you out, say you're injured, fake your injury, whatever. Do whatever you can or whatever it takes to sit down. At 4 assists, take your ass out and sit down. People will be wondering like, why does he continue to score but he's not passing? Why isn't he getting that last assist? Yeah. He has that one friend that's $5 million on under 5 assists, and when they get paid out, Ty gets a break of 2.5 and his friend keeps 2.5. I definitely think that happens today. And look at the who was the twin, the brother that got caught cheating that was doing that in the NBA?
It was Michael Porter Jr.'s brother, right?
Yeah, his brother. He was doing that. Like he was a low tier NBA player that probably wasn't making enough money. He had a group of cappers and bettors that approached him from Vegas that said, "Hey, I see your contract. I can make you double what your contract is paying you a year with one bet right now. You're making $1 million a year, $2 million a year off your contract. Shit, I'll pay you $5 million right now if you, bro." That's easy money. Right.
You literally just brought it up. But also too, that's what Terry Rozier was doing. Terry Rozier was like a bench player, and he wasn't getting that many minutes. And I don't know if he bet on minutes or points, but he would like fake an injury or just stop driving or stop doing whatever, and then they'll sit him down. And like he'll bet like, I'm gonna play 13 minutes today or some shit like that, or like I'm gonna have like 5 points or whatever. So like he'll get his quick 4 or whatever or 5 and then stop, just chill, right? But it's like it didn't really. I mean, who's to say how much it impacts the game? But it's like that's rigging something. But I was gonna say too, coaches and organizations do that to their players. Like if they know that a player has to average 20 points for the season to get like an extra like $2 million bonus, and they get to the end of the season, they're like, oh shit, this nigga might actually hit this shit. Yo, hey coach, don't play so and so for the rest of the year. Like we got 3 games left, don't play him. So his average is like 19.8, and that bonus doesn't kick in.
Yeah,
That's like rigging to me. That's the same shit.
it is the same shit. I think, like I said, rigging happens at all points, many points in sports. I think it's like a unspoken thing because there's really not much we can do about it. Like I just explained the whole Tyrese Halliburton at dinner situation. Like, what are we gonna do about it? What is Adam Silver gonna do about it? Because they're not gonna know about it if it's all verbal.
Yeah,
If it's but if it's all verbal and there's no proof or anything like that, there's a very slim chance that you actually find this out. Like that could just like if you and me are homies and you're betting on me, whatever, like they're not gonna investigate your phone to know that you were betting on me and all this stuff. No, but like I'm saying, like no, they could if they had evidence to do so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're not just gonna randomly go on my phone. But man, you look like his friend. Let me just go on your phone and see if you're betting on him, bro. All of his homies that pull up to the game, they probably all bet on him, and they probably all tell him like, "Yo, my nigga, like I put 100,000 on you. I need to put 100,000 on you to go under a like." It happens. I feel like you can't really control it.
No, I'm with you, but they get caught eventually. Like there's
if you start slipping up and you start texting about it and emailing about it and verbally saying it in front of certain people, yes, 100%.
I wonder how these things get found out in the first place, because like when you have like a Terry Rozier and what's his name? His name is Jonte Porter. How did they find out? Like what tipped them off?
I'm telling you, it was text messages. I would almost guarantee you it was probably text messages or undercover text messages, undercover agents, or like undercover agents, text messages, emails, phone calls, phone conversations.
I also feel like sometimes you just look at like you're like that shit is abnormal. What's going on here? And then maybe you start investigating, you request some certain, I don't know. But I think also too, like money trail, like that could potentially be it too. But I don't know.
Who knows, man? There's so many ways, and if I was an athlete, I probably wouldn't fuck around with that because
I don't know why. Like
that came out.
I get it. Like it does sound enticing if someone comes up to you and is like, hey, you only making, 5 million this year. If we do this betting shit, or like, we kind of move your stats around a little bit, I put some money on it, I can double that up. I can make you another 5. No.
There are so many players in the league that are probably making more money than their contract off of sports betting. I promise you there is.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there is. The thing about Terry, and I didn't want to comment on that because I don't think he's actually been convicted of being guilty for that. So
I think he's still under investigation.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those stories where like next season or maybe the season after, we're probably going to see an ESPN tabloid on SportsCenter that says Terry was found guilty of that and he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
He's going to be in real trouble. So, yeah.
So
usually, I mean, one thing that we've learned about these athletes is like when an investigation starts and it takes this long to come to a solution, they're probably like finding a decent amount of evidence that's going to probably put him in a pretty bad place.
Yeah.
I think the thing that you said about, him not getting paid as much as he used to and, probably having really bad spending habits and not making as much money in his entire career, like that probably got to him.
When I say all that?
No. I'm adding that sauce.
Don't add that sauce with my name next to it.
Yeah, no, I'm really just thinking about like his career and like, how, things haven't really shaped up the way I thought it was going to shape up for him. Because there was a time where
scary Terry, he was cold.
Yeah, there was a time where he was cold, man, and I don't think he ever got that big contract. So
yeah, But since we're talking about the NBA, we had some pretty big games over the week or over the last couple of days. I think I had predicted that the Nuggets were going to win, and then I predicted that the Knicks were going to win as well. I was wrong about the Nuggets, right about the Knicks.
Nigga Nugs. Yeah.
Huh?
The Nuggets, yeah.
What did you say? Nigga Nugs?
Yeah, I call them the Nigga Nugs.
Okay. Yeah. So we can talk about the Celtics game first. Celtics and Knicks game. Obviously, Jason Tatum got injured. We can talk about that a little bit later. But what did you think about the game itself?
So the Knicks winning definitely caught me left field. But, now that Jason Tatum's out, I think, that whole series is over. I don't want to say too much because, I could be wrong. I've honestly been sucking at these NBA games when it comes to betting. I've kind of just taken my hand off of them. I just kind of watching for pure entertainment now. But I thought the Celtics were not going to allow themselves to go down 3-1. Of course, Jason Tatum gets injured, but they were already on their way out when Jason Tatum got injured. So like, maybe the Knicks just are that team, and I'm starting to feel like we're going to get a Knicks and Pacers Eastern Conference Final, and then of course on the Western side we're going to get a Wolves and a Wolves and Thunder a Western Conference Final. So I mean, I'm excited for that. I think tonight, Game 4 is going to be Game 5. Or we're talking about Game 4, but tonight is Game 5. Tonight is Game 5. They're playing in Boston. They have Knicks at plus 165, so they're the underdogs.
Oh, it starts in an hour.
Starts in an hour, yeah. And honestly, because I'm watching for pure entertainment and I just want to make some money at the same time, I'm probably going to sprinkle some money on the Knicks plus money and just watch as a fan of the Knicks for one night and just like enjoy that. I don't think, and then no disrespect to Jaylen Brown and the organization, but I don't think that without Jason Tatum in the lineup, especially in this particular situation, when you're looking for someone to lead that team, if there's any leader on that team, it's been Jason Tatum. And if you don't have Jason Tatum tonight, I think you're in big trouble. I've never really seen Jaylen Brown step up as a leader for that team. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player, but I don't think I've never since like his early years where he had like the flat top, when he was a young bull, like I haven't really seen Jaylen Brown step up and be that like takeover leader for the Celtics since then.
It's funny, like, okay, so I'll talk about the game itself. I said on the pod before we watched the game, I was like, yo, if they keep doing that shit where they just be shooting threes, and it's not even that they're shooting threes, it's the type of threes they're shooting. Remember in the first quarter, it was like pretty bad, and I was like, bro, they're gonna lose. Like, they're gonna lose. I was like, bro, they're gonna lose if they keep shooting like this. Like, bro, they were making threes from heaven. Like, yeah. God was like, yo, pull from half court. I'm gonna give you this one. Bro, and the problem that they have is that, like, they take the most egregious threes. Like, they take heat check threes.
Like, I'm talking about, man, I saw a three when Jaylen Brown was like, like, you've played basketball. When you're in the corner.
I haven't played basketball.
Wait, okay. You've played on a court of basketball before.
I've played basketball, but not like.
Yeah, but you've shot a ball on a court before.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're in the corner, like, the corner three is usually, like, the hardest three to take because, like, you can't see the backboard. You're just kind of going off of rhythm and, muscle memory.
Yeah.
You're the corner. I saw Jaylen Brown pump fake. Like, when you're taking a corner three and you're behind the backboard, you have a much less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Keep shaking your head. No, like, you don't know what
I'm talking about. I'm shaking my head like, yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when you're on the corner three and you're behind the backboard, you're essentially shooting. You're essentially taking a bad shot. There's no other way around it. You're taking a bad shot, but you usually only take that shot if you can't pass it or if the shot clock is winding down. I've seen Jaylen Brown with a full shot clock pump fake 5 times, and I'm like, okay, this is the 5th pump fake. He has to pass the ball. If he shoots this ball with 12 seconds left on the shot clock, this Celtics organization is a fucking joke. Bro, this nigga pump fake for 5-6 times in a row. I don't know who was on him, bro, but he pump faked, and I think he thought he was gonna get him off. I don't know what he was doing, but he pump faked 5 times, and then he finally shot it, and it almost went in. And I was like, damn, like, these niggas really live and die by the three. There was other players. It was for no reason, man.
No reason. Like, it's the type of, bro, in the first quarter, they was hooping. But I'm like, bro, you're not making these shots all game. Like, I would bet against y'all making these shots all game. And slowly but surely it started happening. And the problem that I have is that, okay, look, because I watch a lot of basketball content. Like, I watch a lot. I'm not like a hooper, but like I understand the game like decently well. I'm not like a master at it, but
you know the ball.
Huh?
You know the ball.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So like, all right. So you call for it, Jason, you call for a screen, you get the switch, right? You got the big on you. To me, you shifted enough to get to the rim at that point, because once you get to the rim, you're the defender that actually should have been on you is going to be the one that's going to be trying to shot block at that point. That's a better shot. But he'll get the switch midway before the switch, right? You got 2 defenders on top of you. He's already pulling for 3. But it's like, there's like he does this with like 15 seconds left on the shot clock. And it's like it goes in sometimes though. So it's like, okay, damn, like you're on fire tonight, my nigga. But then like as the game gets longer and longer, but you can't live off of those shots. It makes no sense, dog. Like, and then for example, he'll do shit. He'll get the switch. The big is on him, probably like a 6'10", 7-footer, and he'll still take the three.
Yeah.
That's not a good shot. Like, how is that a good shot? Like, I watch Spurs basketball. Like, at that point, you get the big off of you. Maybe you pass, get the ball to the paint now because the big is at the top of the key. Get an easy paint bucket. But these guys will like, and it's not just Jason Tatum. It's Jaylen Brown.
Everyone.
Richardson.
It's almost like they're allergic to the paint. They're allergic.
But also not even allergic to the paint. Just allergic to like a good wide open shot.
Yeah.
Like just a normal pass. The ball's moving so fast the defenders can't keep up with it. All right, I got a wide open three right here. It's like, nah, like I'm a dribble defender all over me. I gotta turn around and shoot like Kobe. You not Kobe.
Show me your form again. You shoot like a football player.
I do. I don't have wrist.
Like only football players do this. They put two hands in the screen. Yeah. Like with that kind of shot, I feel like the ball doesn't even spin off your fingers. It's just like a shot.
It doesn't. It's a shot. That's why we say you hoop. I'm like, I don't hoop, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything you're saying, man. It was funny because you called that out and you pretty much called that last game. I watched that game.
We were watching it first quarter.
Yes.
I'm like,
watching that shit live.
If this is how y'all gonna play today,
yeah,
you're gonna lose. Because what the Knicks do is they'll have contributors like every quarter, right? So you'll have Mikal. He'll keep you steady for a little bit.
I love Mikal Bridges, man. I don't know. I love him.
I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I fucked with him back in Brooklyn too.
And the Suns.
My fault. The Suns.
Yeah.
I fucked with him when he was with D-Book.
He's been tossed around like a hoe, but like he's such a great.
What?
I just feel like he gets tossed around and he doesn't deserve to get tossed around. He's a phenomenal player, man. You're getting
he's a good
three-point shooter. You're getting a shooter, a scorer, and a fucking phenomenal defender.
Season like that.
You what?
I don't know why he fucked his shot up at the beginning of the season like that.
Like the way he shoots.
Oh no, it's KD in this motherfucker. Hey, KD.
Yeah.
What's happening, bro? Big fella. Say something if you're in here. Anyways, but I feel like like what the Knicks do is that they'll have contributors throughout the game, and then what happens in the fourth quarter, Jalen just takes over.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hey, Jay Nola, I saw you.
Jay Nola in this video.
Hey, I saw him at HEB the other day, and I was too scared to say hi.
Why?
Thought he was gonna arrest me.
Yo, funny ass story. Jay, I don't even know if I told you this. So this was when I was living in Stafford, right? And then it's like 7 a.m. or something. It's super early. Jay texts me, yo, come downstairs.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? Why? Like, why? Like, I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know. The jig is up. I don't know. I'm thinking he's about to arrest me. My heart's pounding. I go downstairs. He's in a full uniform.
Oh yeah.
Cop car with him and shit. And I was like, yo, what's up, dog? Like, it was weird. I was like, yo, what's up, dog? Like, what's up? He's like, nah, like, just checking if you're okay because X, Y, and Z is happening in your apartment complex right now. I was like, oh, man. Next time, text me with some context, bro, because, like, I thought you came to arrest me. Like, I don't know if it was scary, but
yeah.
Shout out to Jay. But, yeah, I think the Knicks, they're not even the better team. They just play smarter basketball.
Yeah.
They're not the better team, bro.
I mean, if they're winning 3-1, if they win 4-1, they are the better team, man.
Nah, I just think that the Celtics are like. Well, I think
you're talking about like. So there's two ways you look. They're the better team, yes, but do the Celtics have a more talented roster? Yes.
I'm shocked. My bad. I'm just shocked the Celtics are going out like this. Like,
I mean, I think this is just a wake up call to whoever is it, Missoula. I think this is a wake up call for him to like change up his. If they come back with this whole 3-point shooting shit next year, and all the teams have figured it out, it might be a wrap.
No, I think he should get fired.
Yeah, he might get fired.
I've never seen. Because if I'm sitting at home and I'm Russell Orey, and I'm a powerlifter, and like I just watched the game, and I'm saying y'all shoot too many damn threes that make no sense. You should get fired. Like in my personal opinion, because I just don't understand how you let your players do that. Like Peyton Richardson is cold. He makes crazy threes.
Pritchard. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my boy.
It's just like,
I love him. That's my boy. I love Peyton Pritchard.
like, dude.
No, I fuck with him.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like, don't mess up his name. Yeah.
Oh, facts. My fault.
Yeah.
No, I respect. But it's like, bro, why is he pulling threes like he's Steph?
Fucking cold, bro. He got that tool on him.
All right.
He got that toolie on him. Peyton Pritchard is cold, man.
He's cold. He is cold, but should he have the green light to shoot like that, bro?
Who won 6 Man of the Year? Was it him?
I think it actually was.
Yeah.
I think it actually was him. Actually.
Yeah, he won 6 Man of the Year. He's nice. He can be a starter on a different team, but he's nice. I mean, you're right. The Celtics have much more talent. Because okay, you have Josh Hart, you have Jalen Brunson. Josh Hart is just like one of those players that you would love to have on your team, but you're not too crazy about getting him. But if you have him, he's a good addition. Josh Hart.
I like Josh Hart a lot.
He's a scrappy player that you kind of want on your team, you know?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is obviously extremely talented. Cat, extremely talented. Mikal Bridges, extremely talented.
Oh my God.
Mitchell Robinson, whatever his name is.
After all that?
He's hard under the paint. Pause. He's hard in the paint. Pause. He can rebound. He can create second chance opportunities. Who else is on the Knicks? Oh, Abinobi, my brother, man. Our brother.
Obi.
Ananobi. Fine man. No
hey.
But yeah, that's
he's cold. Obi showed up last game.
Yeah, I mean, he always shows up.
He always shows up, but he's like one of them gritty motherfuckers. Like,
Najad no finish last.
I remember when he came into the league.
And he came in for the Raptors, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the Ananobi. I can't even say his last name, but I'm Nigerian.
He had the crazy fucking hair, right?
Yeah. He's cold. He's cold.
Last night he was hooping. I think he had 20. Or the other night he was hooping. I think he had 20. He had some good defensive plays here and there, some steals. He had this steal that fucked up Jason Tatum. But so let's get to the Jason Tatum injury because that was pretty monumental. What? I missed some of the show. Did y'all touch on how they haven't announced the MVP yet? No, we haven't talked about that. We can talk about that a little bit later. Number one. But did you? How did you feel when Jason Tatum went down?
I felt bad for him. I automatically knew that it was definitely like an Achilles injury. I think this is an opportunity. I was talking to someone on the down low, and this person I was talking to someone who has some insight or intel on what the Celtics plans are what the Celtics plans are moving forward. And this last person, yeah. Sorry, no, that was bad. I shouldn't have said that. But the person I was talking to predicted. Well, there's certain people I talked to. I knew about Russell getting traded to the LA Lakers 2 years in advance. I remember I told you all about it too. And now I got some other intel. Where, bro, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they're both getting paid $300 million on the Celtics.
Yeah, one of them's getting traded. They have the highest payroll in the history of sports.
It doesn't make sense. They're not making money. Like the organization is actually losing money probably. Like they're not it's not sustainable to pay two players $300+ million. There's no way.
This team is cooked, no matter how you see it.
So this is the perfect opportunity, and I love Jason Tatum, but I think this is a new opportunity for him. They're not going to win the championship this year. I think it's going to be one of those one and done situations. It's going to be cool, but it's going to take Jason Tatum an entire season to come back. He may not even come back next season. A torn Achilles. I mean, that's why he got the surgery right after, because you have to start that process immediately. So I mean, if he comes back, it's probably like a mid to late season thing next year, maybe.
He should just scrap 2026.
Yeah, exactly. Because when you come back, you can tear that shit again.
Yeah.
So, I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to ship Jason Tatum off to a team like the Rockets, to a team like the Bucks. I think, you
want to ship Tatum out or Jalen?
Tatum. Bro, you're not ship Tatum. Bro, what? Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you want to ship Jason Tatum out.
Yes. What good is he? What good is it paying a man $300 million when he can't produce for an entire season? Yeah, I get he's an amazing player. He's a phenomenal player. But this is your opportunity to go get other players to build around Jaylen Brown. You are now forced to make Jaylen Brown the face of your organization, whether you like it or not. Jason Tatum is a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong. But you're now forced, because of money, because of the financial situation that you're in, the Celtics have a brand new ownership. You're now forced to push Jaylen Brown to the forefront of your league. You can't. No one wants. I mean, I love Jaylen Brown. No one wants him right now. He's not like a highly favored player in the NBA. Like, no one's gonna really care. No one's gonna benefit from getting Jaylen Brown. And the Celtics know that. Like, they're not gonna really want him. I think this is a situation where you can ship Jason Tatum out because he has, even with this injury, his torn Achilles, Jason Tatum's value is like still very, very, very high. So if you can get rid of that $300 million contract, trade it to a team where you can get some pieces, the Rockets, you can get Jalen Green, you can get whoever you want to get from that and ship him over there. Maybe the Rockets suck for one more year and then they come back and they're cold as fuck. I think this is a perfect situation for the Celtics and the financial, I guess, tie that they're in right now with the two $600 million contracts in total. This is the perfect opportunity to ship Jason Tatum away and get some pieces. And honestly, maybe next year a better team. Bro, you get to keep Pritchard. You get to keep Jaylen Brown. You get to keep Al Horford. You get to keep Drew Holiday. You get to keep Derek White, Chris KP. Like, come on. This is a perfect opportunity for the Celtics to, unfortunately, but the Celtics they're not new to this. They got rid of Isaiah Thomas when he was at the peak. They got rid of Kyrie Irving, and then they're about to get rid of Jason Tatum. This is not new for the Celtics, man. They do this a lot. So I guarantee you that in the summer or whenever the trade thing opens, they're going to try and get rid of Jason Tatum.
You say you stopped drinking, right? Like, you don't be drinking?
I don't drink, but I'm telling you, they're going to get rid of Jason Tatum.
Bro, hell no. I feel like his value is probably extremely low right now because he's injured. Number one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would the Celtics want to keep that on your roster, bro?
No, I'm saying, like, you're going to get more. So, like, you have to move off of, like, one of them. You got to move off the one that has the most value at this particular moment. I feel like Jaylen Brown definitely at this moment, as Jason Tatum is injured, he's going to have more value on the market than Tatum. And then number two, I don't think the Celtics would want to make Jaylen Brown the face of their shit. Hell no. Like, absolutely, bro, what? Bro, Jaylen Brown, no disrespect, like, Jaylen Brown, bro, Jason Tatum has been marketed as damn near the face of the NBA at this point. Why would they trade? Bro, I'm sure, bro.
And Jaylen Brown's kind of been blackfaced a bit because he's just like an intelligent black man that has like
blackface.
Huh?
You mean blackballed?
Blackballed. Sorry, blackballed. Blackballed. Yeah, my bad.
Like, but just think about it, man. Like, bro, Jason Tatum is damn near the face of the NBA at this point. Like, damn near. People are asking why isn't he the face of the NBA? I'm sure if you go to a Celtics game, all you see is Jason Tatum fucking jerseys. Bro, Jaylen Brown is like he's cold. He's damn near like equivalent to Jason Tatum, but in regards to like who you want to have as your face of the organization, it is definitely Tatum. Tatum don't say shit. He just be with Deuce and his girl out in the cut. Tatum is like pro-black. Like, you want to trade Tatum. I mean, you want to trade Brown. So I personally think
I can see that. I like my perspective, but I also see your perspective of, it's Boston. It's bad.
Yeah, like bro, like Tatum is like, I feel like at this point
he's half white. Tatum's half white. So it kind of goes along with like you saying that, like, Brown might be a little too pro. But look at all the pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rid of Boston's known for getting rid of all the pro black people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Boston.
I think that Brown.
Boston. Sorry, I'm done.
I actually think the whole team is gonna get blown up. Al Horford's like 53. He
He's
might
old.
he might retire, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think Al Horford might retire. I don't know how many years what's his name? Drew Holiday has like left in his career. He's been in the league for a long ass time.
Yes. He
He's
looks like
actually he's taken a big step back with the Celtics. Like I feel like his one win with the Celtics was great, but like he's still great on defense. But bro, he used to produce a lot on offense with Giannis. He don't really do much now.
I think the injuries kind of like handicapped him a bit.
Yeah,
He hasn't been back to where he was for sure.
I personally think they might lose those two players, and they might get rid of Kristaps too because he's just always injured and he's making a lot of money, I think he's making a decent amount of money. They might get rid of him too. I just think that by the time Tatum gets back, it's going to be a completely different organization, and I think that what you would want to do, in my personal opinion, is get as much as you can for someone like a Brown because you're not going to get shit for anyone else. Like,
I think we both painted out possible scenarios.
yeah,
I mean, I think what I painted out was a place where you get rid of Tatum and you kind of think of right now. You think about how the Celtics still have a very good, solid piece. Because, bro, I've seen the Celtics play.
Be like Luka level.
What?
Getting rid of Tatum would be like a Luka level type shit.
It would. You're right. But that's what I'm saying. But the Celtics are known for that. They've done that before. They've gotten rid of like their star players in very desperate times, and it's been like, what the fuck? Why'd you do that?
It did Isaiah Thomas extremely dirty.
And so like they don't.
This is different. This is Jason Tatum, bro.
At that time, Isaiah Thomas was damn near Jason Tatum to the Celtics. He was
MVP candidate.
Savior. Yeah, he was a savior.
But this is different, man. Like I feel like they weren't expecting Isaiah to do what he did, and he just kind of did that. But Jason has already won a ring with y'all. He was putting up 46 when he got injured. Man,
true. That'll be fucked up.
He's been to the finals 2 times. He's only
up.
20. He's like 26, 27, bro. Like
that'll be messed up. Is he 20? What? Nah, bro.
He's like 25, 26, 27, around that age.
He is 27. Damn, how long has he been in the league? Because I remember he was in the league when he was 19.
18, 19.
Damn, he's been in the league that long?
Nah, Jason Tatum like 6'9"?
He's been in the league since 2017, bro.
Yeah. Same thing with Book. Book feels like a fucking veteran, but he's not even like 28. He's like 28.
I remember just thinking that like the Celtics got so lucky getting like a package deal like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. That was just so unorthodox. Like how they just kind of formed together.
But then also too, that's why I keep saying with Jalen Green in Houston, I'm like, bro, he's 22.
Yeah.
Like he is 22. Like imagine Jalen Green at 26, 27, where Jason Tatum's at right now.
The thing is, Jason Tatum started producing the moment he was brought in. He was a cold ass rookie.
But he had like the physical tools that he had were way bigger than Jalen for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that like
how tall, my bad. How tall is Tatum? Isn't he like 6'9"?
Might just see. 6'8".
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's a tall ass nigga.
He's tall, man. Fuck.
A tall ass nigga, bro.
That is a.
Yeah, you can't compare them two because, like I said, Jalen Green like was not producing at the level that Jason Tatum was right off the bat. Jason Tatum came into the NBA a grown man.
When he punched on Braun, the whole
yeah. Remember, like there was like a joke that went around on Twitter that people still called him 18, 19 when he was really like 24. Like, ain't this nigga like 18, 19, but he was really like 24? Because people just thought he was like a young people. For some reason, people would always think that he was super young. I can't believe he's 27. But I hear everything you're saying. I think it is hard to get rid of someone who essentially has become the new Superman of your organization. I guess this is a good time to get rid of Jaylen Brown. Ship him out and see what team. But the thing with Jaylen Brown, you're gonna have to ship him out with another player. Because I don't think that he's not gonna be. I don't even know where like I can see him fit in.
Neither, to be honest.
Like, because he's not really a takeover game type player.
No.
And to me, honestly, his game has become a lot more undefined in the recent years when he had the flat top, and maybe the earlier years of his braids, but the flat top. When he had the flat top, he was I looked at him as maybe because he was paired alongside Jason Tatum. It may be like a Draymond situation where like he just fits so well into the Celtics system because he had another player to distract him.
So I'll say this. I feel like over the last year or two, he's become way more defined as a player. Remember when he couldn't go he could only go one direction? Remember that? Like he literally had zero handles.
He still can't go left.
He's a little he's a little awkward, but he has more shiftiness than he used to. But I remember there was a point in time where like he literally had no handles. Like he did not dribble. Like he could not dribble.
Yeah.
Like he had some of the craziest handles I've ever seen, like in a bad way.
Yeah, it was bad. And I'm not saying that he hasn't gotten better as a player. He's definitely gotten better as a player. I think he's a better shooter. I'm just saying like his role on a team, it's become more undefined.
Yeah, it's like either you're slot. What annoys me is that it's just the way they play, man. Like
I honestly think it's the Celtics.
It's the Celtics. Like the Celtics remind me of the fucking Rockets back in 2016, 2017. Like when they were just like shoot. Like I feel like Tatum has a crazy bag. Like we were seeing it. We were seeing him.
He has a crazy what?
Crazy bag.
They said back. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, why? Okay. But anyways, yeah, I think I personally think they should trade Brown. You think they should trade Tatum, but we'll see.
I see both. I thought Jason Tatum was 19. I still think he's 19 till this day. So I think it's just a testament.
It fucks me up because it's like he's kind of. I mean, he's kind of close to our age a little bit.
Yeah,
just weird.
And I thought I always looked at him as the young one. Because like I remember him playing at Duke, and it's like, bro, time has flown.
And then I remember when he came into the NBA and he was kind of killing, and that dunk on LeBron, like I still remember it. Like the internet was crazy. Yep. So it's like I only remember him as that. But this man has put together a crazy resume since then. He's been to a final, he's won a finals, like he's always been in the playoffs, always having deep playoff runs. Like he's been killing it for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
This team is definitely blowing up this offseason.
Yeah, they are.
They're probably not even profitable right now.
Yeah. No, like I said, I was talking to the person that had some intel, and they were saying that like, yeah, it might be time for him. Either it's time for one of them to go. And you're right. Now that I've really sat back and thought about it, I think the heroic story of Jason Tatum like working his way back to health, and yeah, he's like their Superman now. He's Baston's superhero. So like, I just don't see them trading him away. It will be Jaylen Brown, and if it is Jaylen Brown, I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he fits in. It's probably one of the most awkward trades we've had in near history, in recent history, because I don't know where Jaylen Brown goes. I don't know where he goes. I don't know where he fits in. I don't know what team can benefit from having him.
Wherever he goes, he's going to be the face of that team.
Yeah, which is good. Could be a nice little start for him. He could come to Houston.
He might fuck around and go to the Suns after they get off of KD. Maybe trade him for D Book.
Oh, that would be bad.
Same player. D Book is a little bit better though.
Well, no, I think you trade KD for Jaylen Brown. You have to keep D Book. You can't. If you get Jaylen Brown by yourself to the Suns, like what's that going to do for the Suns? Nothing. What are you talking about? It can't happen. Like KD, I think KD is like
KD's gone.
Yeah, he's an expiring asset though, in my opinion. Like I feel like he's going to go to a team and spark things up for a little bit, but he's not really going to contribute anything to that team, in my opinion. Jaylen Brown, there's at least room and ceiling space for him to grow into a slightly better player than what he is right now. I still think there's still a lot of potential for Jaylen Brown. I think he can. I think if you give him the green light on another team, it might snap him into that mode where he becomes that takeover type player.
Yeah.
There was a moment, like I said, when he had the flat top, when he had the Gerald flat top from Hey Arnold, man, he was cold, man. He was cold. I remember watching those games.
Brown with braids kind of cold too, though.
Brown with braids is cold too, but like, I have the images of Jaylen Brown like when they were giving LeBron trouble.
Yeah.
Like I remember that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, that pairing, like Batman and Robin, like they were cold. So yeah, we'll see. Tons of respect for both the players. If Jason stays, I think Boston will gain a lot of respect from their fan base, and I think also their fan base will understand that it's probably going to be a rough 1 to 2 years until he comes back. But maybe the blowing up of the team in the offseason might be exciting, because I think they are. You're right. I think they're going to blow this team up in the summer. I think
financially they just have to.
They have to, and financially they have to. And when they have to do it financially, and it also pairs up with how the team has been playing, it's more so of a reason for them to blow it up. And it's definitely time. You can't be paying a team $1 billion. There's no way.
That's just insane. What do you think? I mean, Pacers and Cavs series is over. Pacers won 3-1. I mean, do you have any thoughts about that? I mean, it's kind of just over with.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad for Donovan Mitchell in his career. I think for me, it kind of takes my eyes off the Cavs during the regular season. They can have the best or the longest win streak ever, but for me, it doesn't mean much if they're going to do this every year. Granted, they were injured. I'm not taking that away from them. But still, it's kind of disappointing. But I'm not going to discredit the Pacers. Like I've said, the Pacers are actually a very solid team. If you watch them play, they know how to move the ball. They know how to score. Most importantly, they have a lot of weapons. They can play defense when they want to. They can play defense. They just have a lot of playmakers, a lot of people that can really perform and put the ball in the basket. I'm interested to see the Pacer-Knicks series. I think that's going to be a hell of a series. I think the NBA is doing right if they make sure that series happens, which means that I think the Knicks need to close that shit out tonight. I think the Celtics need to go on a trip and just like start prepping for what's about to happen in the offseason. But I think the Pacers. Sorry, go ahead.
It's funny. I actually think the Celtics will win tonight. And it's 7-6. I personally think they're going to win tonight.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I think the Knicks are going to. I want the Knicks to win because I want to win money, but I don't care. I have no care in choosing a side because these games have been.
Just for the sake of tonight, I do think for some reason I just feel like the Celtics will bring it together and win this game, and then they'll just they'll get closed out eventually, but. For some reason, I just feel like they'll finally play like a team with Tatum out because, like, it's just like, hey, our guy is out, free ball, like, just hoop. So I think that'll oddly set them in the right direction for them to win tonight. But
there's always that what if in this situation like this for a team where, like, what if they win a championship without Jason Tatum? Ooh, that'll be cool. There's always that what if. So, like, I can see as a fan or a spectator, you're like, what if they pull it off? I kind of felt like that. I had a maybe like 0.005% moment where like I thought about that when Donovan Mitchell was potentially injured with his calf thing. I was like, oh shit, what if Darius Garland with his turf toe yields the Cavs to a championship? But yeah, it's not gonna happen.
No.
I want the Knicks and Pacers in the Eastern. I want the Thunder and the Wolves in the West. That's viewership money. Not really good betting value, but it's entertaining and it makes betting fun. That's what I want in the finals.
So getting to Nuggets and Thunder, I mean, I was wrong about that. I said that like a game ago. I said that Jokic was going to drop about 40. He ended up doing that this game, but it wasn't enough. I actually did not get an opportunity to watch it, but these games start too damn late.
Way too late. This
game started like 9:45, dog. Like, bro. What do you want me to do with that, bro? I'm asleep by the time like they tip off. So, I was just kind of like looking at some of the highlights here and there. You're right. I mean, they just don't have enough. They don't have enough. Like Jokic could play. Like Jokic would have had to have scored like 50 to win that game, and like no one else really contributed outside of like Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has turned himself into a good fucking player, man. 30, I think he had 37 or something like that.
I wonder what his contract is like with the Nuggets because like he's made himself a very valuable player at the tail end of his career.
I think he's making. No. It's Michael. It's Porter that's making a lot of money. I don't know what Gordon's making, but I mean he's earned himself cash right now. But they don't really have much outside of that, man. Murray hooped. He didn't have too much of a good game. They just need someone to step up to win a game. Like Jokic is going to be Jokic and have his effect on the game, but they do need like maybe 1 to 2 role players to actually like step up and have monster games for them to take the win. Like when they beat the Thunder that one time, Michael Porter Jr. Had like 20 or something like that. So you need someone to step up, and it's tough to get that. So I actually wouldn't be surprised if they lost. They're not playing tonight, are they? Oh no, yeah, they're not playing tonight. But I wouldn't be surprised if this series is closed out at this point. It's just too much. And SGA is still not like going dummy, really.
That's the scary part, man. That's the scary part because like that's what I was saying, man. They literally have 2 starting lineups. Like they play each game of basketball with 2 starting lineups, and that's minus SGA. Yeah. They can literally, their coach can say, you know what, I'm not feeling this 5 right now. Let me put in this next 5. And that next 5 can be just as good as any other team in the NBA in the NBA right now. So that's, for me, that's why I have them winning the whole NBA Finals. I think they struggled a bit because of experience. You know, Nuggets are a lot more experienced when it comes to situations like this, but once they clicked and started getting it together, bro, they're just too much to handle. You mean to tell me that you have to rely on, I mean, I love Russell Westbrook with the, you know, from the bottom of my heart, but this is just not a place where you need to depend. I think this is what we kind of, the moral of this playoffs this year is that you can't really have a team where they're so heavily reliant on the players that we grew up watching, because the players that we grew up watching, they're old now, man. They can't carry the teams like they used to, man.
I don't like watching Russ like this, man.
Yeah, like I mean, he's been playing good. He's been, you know, when he's been playing
here and there, yeah.
Here and there he'll get active, you know, and he's become like 50, a lot more
50.
Yeah, he's become a lot more confident with his like his 3-ball, and then it honestly just taking shots. You know, for a moment when he was on the Lakers, it kind of felt like he lost all his powers. I've kind of seen like a little bit of some sort of, you know, reviving with him being back on the Nuggets. But yeah, like I said, if you have to rely on an old school player in this day and age, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna outlast the series. Like look at all the teams that are currently in the playoffs right now.
Young boys.
You have Thunder, you have the Wolves, you have the Knicks, and you have the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton, Nembhard, Obi Toppin, Miles Turner. Well, he's just kind of he's kind of an old head, but you know, the Pacers have some young cats. Yeah. You know, you have Anthony Edwards, you have Julius Randle, the Wolves, you have Jalen Brunson, you have Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, you have Cat. These are all unfortunately, this is just the new face, the new era of the NBA, man.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah, I am. I thought I was scared. Yeah.
I kind of like it though, because like it's good basketball. Like I'm watching every time I tune in, it's pretty much a good ass game. The only games that I didn't really give a fuck about were Pacers and whatever team they're playing. Cavs. Like I'm watching that shit. I didn't believe in the Cavs from the start, so I was like, it doesn't really matter that much to me. But yeah, man, I just think that I think it's it for the Nuggets, man. When I saw that game and it got closed out, I was like, oh yeah, no, this is a wrap. What are they down? They down 3-1, right? Or 3-2, right?
3-2. Then we also have the Nuggets. So we have the Wolves and the Wolves and the Warriors tonight too.
If Steph ain't playing, I mean, I don't even know if I'm tuning in.
That's sad, man. Because so we just talked about how, like, you know, you don't want to be in a position where you have to rely on the old heads, but like this Warriors team was probably the only exception, because I still feel like you can't count Steph Curry out fully healthy in this day and age. You've seen what he can do when he's fully healthy. And honestly, this team was becoming scary with a fully healthy roster. They were getting scary. And, you know, I think that hamstring injury is a lot more interesting than, you know, what we think. And I think he's definitely done for the season. Yeah, it's tough. I think all these old heads, I think we're just starting to see them just bow out. They're bowing out, and they're allowing the new faces to kind of step up, you know?
Steph was kind of like the last one, like you said. Like it was like, because he had to, honestly, like towards the end, he had to carry USA to that goal. Like when you think about it, he had to carry USA to that goal, and now I just feel like he's just kind of cooked. At this point, like for this particular year, I think he can still hoop. I think he still has like another two in him, but yeah.
I don't even think the way he looks though. I don't even think he wants to. I think he wants one more, and I think he might seriously consider retiring after that.
I think so too. I mean, he already picked up a new job. He's the what is he? Is he like the
Davidson coach or manager?
Some
Yep.
shit like that. I'm like, what the hell?
I think he's a general manager of like basketball at Davidson, which is cool. I mean, bro, 4 rings, man. You got 4 rings.
4 rings. What else can you do? Like the only thing that he could have done is like win another ring, and that would have put him in a whole different discussion.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like if it's not gonna happen, you got Draymond crashing out here and there. You got Jimmy Butler. You don't even know what bro got going on.
I think he knows it's not gonna happen either. I think he knows.
They're holding Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like I think, like you said, I think maybe he has like maybe 1 to 2. One for sure, but
yeah. I think it's I think LeBron has 1 more, honestly. LeBron has 1 more. I don't see LeBron going 2. They keep saying that. I think he has 1 more and it's over. LeBron has 1 more, that's it. I think Steph has 1 more, that's it. I think KD has like 2 more and that's it. James Harden has like maybe 2 to 3 more and that's it. Kawhi has like 2 more. The thing with Kawhi, I think Kawhi has 2 more. Then I think his body just starts to deteriorate after that.
Yeah, they're talking about he ain't got no cartilage in his knees.
Yeah, I think Kawhi might have 1 more, but shit, maybe 2.
Yeah,
because of his love and passion for the game, I say 2.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's definitely getting to a point where like by the time we hit in the next like 3 years, we could be looking at all the people that we grew up watching retire.
They're all gone,
and we gonna have to be watching a league for the first time in our life. We'll probably start watching a league where we're older than all the players. Or like watching a league where we're older than most of the star players, if not all of them.
And they're all gonna phase out together. I think Draymond retires when Steph retires.
Yeah, it's Draymond. I mean, he has gray in his beard.
Shit, they might blow up. Nah, they can't. They just got Jimmy Butler. I think they allow this Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy did a 2-year deal too.
Yeah, I think they're gonna allow this Jimmy thing to go for 2 years, and then after that, they're gonna blow the whole team up in multiple ways.
Do we think that LeBron's retirement is going to be the biggest in sports so far? No. I don't think so.
Not the biggest in sports so far, because Michael's was definitely bigger, but it's going to be up there, top 3.
Yeah, I look at like someone like Tom Brady too.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be up there, top 3.
Yeah, Tom Brady low-key fucked his retirement up because like he came back a little bit, but
That was bad.
I don't know why he did that. LeBron will be epic though. I was thinking about Kobe, but I think it'll be bigger.
Yeah, it's gonna be bigger. LeBron's too big of a name. I think Kobe's top 5. I would say MJ, Tom Brady.
Actually,
LeBron.
wait, nah. You know why? Because Kobe was a bigger international player than Bron, and then on top of that too, the way he went out with 60 for the last game, and then you literally say Mamba out, and that's the last time we see on a basketball court. I don't even know. Yeah, it just depends on how Bron retires. Like, if he goes out lackluster and it's just like he doesn't make the playoffs or whatever, and like there's no like performances to hang the hat on, I mean, it'll definitely be a celebration of his career. Don't get me wrong. It'll be like one of the greatest athletes we've got to see like retire, but I think people forget the moment that Kobe had. Last game, Shaq says, "Kobe, I want you to score 50 tonight." Kobe last, you know what I'm saying, then dropped 60. That's kind of iconic. And then obviously Tom Brady. But I think it just depends on how he goes out.
Yeah, I can agree with that statement. I definitely think LeBron is top 5 all-time retirements for sure.
For hell yeah. I hope he does. I feel like he's gonna do definitely like a retirement tour, like Kobe. You know, Kobe was like, "Yeah, this is the last one, dog."
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sad talking about it. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I kind of retired LeBron like a long time ago.
I retired him after this playoffs.
Yeah.
This playoffs really exposed how old he was. It was hard to watch. He is a grandpa now.
He's been like
yeah.
He's kind of been like this. I think it's just that his teams had more success in the previous years. Like just kind of like watching. Honestly, go watch young Bron and you'll see how old he is now. Like, not just like from this year. Like, it's been like this for like 3 years now. Injuries have been a little bit more consistent. If you go back and look at Young Braun, the shit that he was doing, he's definitely old as fuck now.
Super old.
Yeah.
And he can barely get up for a dunk. He can barely get up for a layup. He can barely, absorb the same kind of contact he would get in the air and still finish. Like, you hit him now when he's in the air, it's like, he's not even coming close to making the shot. So it's just a really sad, but it's also, he's at least he's still playing, whatever. But yeah.
Do y'all think the NBA generation going to keep the standard as high as Curry, Bron, Kobe? Ooh, that's a good question. Damn,
I haven't seen anyone that looks like they are, so I don't know.
It's tough. I don't know who's going to mature into that. You know who I like though? I like Ant. Ant kind of holds that a little bit. He's just inconsistent when it comes to performances. Like, he has too many games where it's like, bro, what happened here? Who else? I actually like Cade Cunningham. I like Paulo. They're actually pretty cool. I feel like if you give them another two years to develop and grow, they'll be nice. Wemby has the mentality. He just needs to get his game up there. I think Wemby, I like the way Wemby plays. He's very competitive. He's very gritty. So
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson. He's a little bit older now, but like, how old is Jalen? Probably like 28. How old is Jalen? I like Jalen Brunson a lot, actually.
He's 28, yeah.
Yeah, 28. Yeah, so I like Jalen Brunson a lot. I think he's like providing a lot of cool moments for us.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah. He needs that 46-point game that we watched the other night. That was cold, but I just need him to like.
It's hard to come back. It's hard to come back from those injuries, man.
Yeah, I just need to see him like get into his bag more though. Yeah. Like I'm getting tired of these like, because what used to make superstars so dope is that they all have their unique ways of playing. And like T-Mac's game didn't look like Kobe's game. Melo's game didn't look like T-Mac's game. Vince Carter's game didn't look like Chris Paul's game. But like sometimes with the three, every player just looks the same. It's just like copy and paste. Like, I'm finna do a step back. I'm about to be like a side step three or a step back three, or I'm finna just drive to the paint. I just want to see more creativity out of Jason, but yeah. So that's pretty much it for sports. I mean, we could jump into like some of these other auxiliary topics that we got.
Yeah.
So we got AMC. They're introducing 50% off on Wednesdays to encourage more people to go to the movies. Is Hollywood dying? I just asked a question that has an answer, but when was the last time you went to go watch a movie in theaters?
Probably like 6 months.
So you never watched Sinners, right? Or like
I usually wait for movies to come on Amazon Prime.
Yeah. That's not like good for Hollywood. So it's kind of crazy that AMC is now. I mean, like there's been like this big push to get people into the movie theaters, and like I observed this today. They rated Final Destination movie at like 93 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's how you know Hollywood is dying.
That is a fucking lie.
Yeah.
A Final Destination movie being rated 93% on Rotten Tomatoes is actually fucking insane.
They're trying to get people to come out of their seats and go to the game.
Yeah. And I almost wanted to go. I looked at it. I was like, Final Destination. A low key, like I went to go see the new Marvel movie too.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, Thunderbolts. They had that at like 90%.
I saw that too. And that movie's always been like, hasn't it come out before?
No, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a new movie, but like it was a solid Marvel movie. Like I actually liked it, but 90% on Rotten Tomatoes is insane.
Hollywood is definitely dying, and they're trying to do anything and everything to get people to come to the theaters. I mean, for them to be dropping 50% on Wednesday, bro, like, I mean, shit, I know how business works. You know how business works. Like, you're trying to get people to come. These movie theaters are like ghost towns, man. Amazon is killing everything. Amazon is killing. Amazon is
Netflix,
killing everything. Netflix
everything.
too. I mean, shit. Look, all these all these old school and I guess intelligent actors are like now doing only Netflix deals.
Which is crazy to me.
They're only doing Netflix deals, so they're dropping exclusive movies on Netflix, brand new movies.
Brand new movies and concepts. Like when I saw Leonardo DiCaprio do that one movie a couple years ago, that's like that was Netflix. I was like, bro, what? Or how Jonah Hill did that one movie with old girl. I forgot her name. It's Nipsey's ex, but
One London.
Yeah, he did that movie and it was like Netflix release. Like a lot of these people now, they're just going to the streaming platforms in Hollywood, like the movie studios, all these production companies, they're all like slowly dying. And Sinners is one of the last. No, I don't think anything can compare to the big screen experience. I think there's just a lack of good movies, especially last year. It's a combination of all of it. Like
it's definitely a combination.
I mean, are you ever gonna watch Sinners?
When it comes out on Amazon, yeah. Maybe. And honestly, man, I'm not too crazy about the movie. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna, why would I sit here and lie to you? I'm not too crazy about watching that movie, man. I'm not. Yeah. I found out some things about Michael B. Jordan after that kind of like freaked me out too.
What?
Like the religion he's a part of. Have you heard about that?
I didn't even know he was a part of religion.
He's a part of like a. I think the religion actually originates in Benin, which is next to Nigeria, but it's like a interesting religion.
Well, I don't know the religion, but he's one. Where did you see that at?
Just look at that first one, that first link. Yeah. Ah, shit. You got blocked. You got blocked off Facebook, bro. What were you doing?
Hey, he clicked out of that fast. Oh shit!
I'm trying to peep on that X.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So
I've been there before, bro.
Yeah, but Sinners. What's the best movie that I've seen in theaters so far? Like in the last maybe like year or two. I remember when I watched the Oppenheimer versus Barbie. That shit was dope.
Good.
That was a good moment in time. And Oppenheimer is probably still one of the best movies that I've seen in theaters.
It's a great movie, but I can't watch it again.
It's too long to watch again.
Too long, and you already know it. Like you really know what happened, so it's like, why would you watch it again? You know?
Well, I mean, it happened in real life, so
yeah. Well, I'm saying like the movie is like there's certain movies that you can't watch again, and I think that's just one of those movies I can't watch again.
Yeah, because I love history, and like I remember before Oppenheimer came out, I did like extensive research on it because I wanted to like know like all the little details whenever I was watching it. I just can't watch it again. Mm-hmm. Too damn long.
Enjoyed it the first time though.
Yeah, Barbie sucked.
Barbie was horrible.
Yeah, Barbie was actually really, really bad. But Sinners is up there. Sinners is probably top 5 movie that I've seen over the last couple of years in theaters. Like actually sitting down in the theater, I'll probably put at like 2 or 3. Yeah, Sinners is actually really good. I fuck with it heavy.
Yeah, maybe one day. I don't know. I feel like it's just bad juju.
So moving on. Aiden Ross calls Doechii a talentless, unintelligent B-word. Did you see that clip or?
I didn't see that clip, but I did see Aiden Ross saying shit. Honestly, I don't really take anything that Aiden Ross says like super seriously. But you know, he's entitled to his own opinion. I've never really gotten on this whole Doechii train. I'm never really like, I don't know who she's. For me, she's like the definition of an industry plant. Like
that was gonna be the next. That was gonna be the next question. What makes you think that she's an industry plant?
Bro, I've never heard of her ever. And she just popped out of nowhere, and like she's like all in front of our, kind of like how Ice Spice was, like just like placed in front of our faces, and like, bro, I don't know. I just feel like she just came out of nowhere. Like I don't really know where she came from and how she landed on Earth. You know what vessel she came in. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I do not listen to any of her music. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So like, what's your definition of industry plant is?
Someone who just pops out of nowhere and has like it is like plastered all over the media.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I could. Man, I don't know. Like, I don't know I don't know exactly what I would say industry plant is because yeah, you're right. Like, she did just kind of like just
She dropped from the side, yeah, from the
yeah,
sky.
like it was more so because she's been around for like a decent amount of time. And I think what happened is that she just made a really, really dope body of work. And it just kind of like became a cultural movement. She has that one song, you know that shit? Okay. But she has that one song that goes crazy. But the whole album is cold. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to it. I wasn't big on Doechii before. Like I didn't even know who she was really. I heard she was like on Tyler's album, and I was like, who is this? And then I'm like, okay, whatever. Then she dropped her album, and people were like, Doechii this, Doechii that, Doechii that. I finally listened to it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she's next up for sure. But it feels like everything happened before she actually became next up. Does that make sense? Like the fact that you know who Doechii is, but you never heard a song of hers or anything like that, that kind of speaks to what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm reading the comments and people are saying that she's been popping for a bit. I guess I just never dabbled in her type of music. I've never heard her before.
You would never listen to
Yeah,
music in your
and
life.
she won a Grammy for a rap album. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
you want a Grammy this year for that album.
Yeah,
It's really fucking good. It's good. And I don't know. She's been around for a minute. She just hasn't been this fucking big though.
well, good for her. Good for her. I'm glad she was able to pop off.
Yeah. I think the whole Aiden Ross thing, we gotta stop giving light to things that like I don't watch Aiden Ross. I don't pay attention to Aiden Ross. I just have this as a topic because it involved Doechii. But like we gotta stop giving. If you don't care about something or you don't care about someone's opinion on something, don't get like rage baited into like doing some shit or saying some shit. Like I don't think his opinion should hold that much weight. It never honestly. I don't know. I don't use the B word like that. Like I don't refer to women as like B's. It's so aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's killing it in his community.
Yeah, I mean, shit, he's rich as fuck.
Yeah, he's killing it in his community. I've never really gotten into the whole streaming, like, watching the Kais and the Aiden Rosses and the Playboy. Is it Playboy Max? Black Boy Max.
Chat gonna have to help us out on this one. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like these streamer kids that I see on Instagram that they have heavy streaming followers. I just don't understand. I guess I've just not. I can't really say much because I do YouTube, but I've never really gotten into the whole like watching a streamer from sun up to sundown do their thing.
Yeah, I don't understand. So like my coach and his fiance, I think they're into that shit. Like I know his fiance Tina. She definitely streams. Like she streams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think she does alright as a streamer. I mean, shit. But I don't really understand because I tried streaming a couple times, like my workouts and stuff like that, and it's cool. It's actually kind of cool, but all day, I don't know how you do that shit.
Yeah,
But they making money, bro. Like DDG was DDG was on the Breakfast Club breaking it down. He's like, I definitely make like well over 6 figures every month.
Yeah,
from streaming.
Yeah, he's killing it. I'm not saying I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm just saying I've never really got into it. Yeah, I agree. It's for kids.
This newer generation has a shorter attention span. That's why they can't consume long. Bro, streaming is definitely long form content.
Yeah, but it's like instant. It's like it's kind of what we're doing. It's like we're giving it to them right now. It's not like, it's just like instant. I think I definitely think JT is right. It's for kids, man. It's for kids. Like you won't catch us watching someone stream for 24/7. Like we're not gonna do that, but the kids will. The kids will tune into that. Fuck, I got hooked.
Huh?
I got hooked on this bed.
Oh, like I thought you meant like it's clipped. Yeah. So DDG was explaining that like in order to like be a successful streamer, you have to get clipped a lot. So like if you watch streamers, like I just feel like they say and do the most outrageous things to get clipped, and those go viral and then make them more popular. So more people will come and tune into their stream. From what I've understood as being a head. But
nah, JT, there's people that literally watch these streamers for like 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours. Like they have it on their phone as they go throughout the day.
Yeah, like Kai streams for. So DDG was saying that he streams sometimes for 6 hours, sometimes he'll stream for 18 hours. Like Academic is known for streaming for a long ass time. Like Ak will be streaming for like a day or two, or all night. It's crazy, bro.
I mean, shit. Hey, I don't know. I can't knock it. Kyrie Irving does it now too, and he has a pretty good following on it too. A lot of these older players and celebrities are getting on it because, you know, I'm not saying Kai isn't making money. He's definitely making money, but like a lot of like celebrity, like musicians are getting onto the whole streaming thing because it's just another form of making money, man. And if you're not touring, it's very hard to make money in the music industry. So,
would you consider streaming a talent?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too. Jay, so being able to like keep people's attention span and keep people coming in, that's definitely a talent. Like not everyone could do that. Mm-hmm. Like shit, I'm sure there's things that streamers could teach us right now. It's like, yo, you could do X, Y, and Z to make this shit pop. This is what you could do better. So for sure, like there's definitely ways, or that's definitely a talent, in my personal opinion. I can't watch stuff that feels so phony. Also, I'm an adult and don't. Yeah, I'm the same way. So last topics, you definitely do not care about. So I don't even know if we want to touch. Stephon Diggs and Cardi B making a public appearance.
You don't care.
Don't really care.
I mean, yeah.
The last two definitely not. Like Superman and Big Sean, the freestyle shit. Dan, we've been on here for how long?
2 hours.
2 hours. I mean, shit, that's a solid point right there.
Yeah.
With the game about to start too.
Yeah.
I will say, I think we're about to get a Joey Badass and Daylight battle incoming type shit. You don't know who those people are, but
man, I was so scared that you were about to embark on this conversation because no,
I'm not gonna get into it.
I was like, bro, I know who Joey Badass is, but I don't listen to his music.
Yeah, I be tapped into the rap shit. That was a dope cipher, but yo, what to do for? Oh, nah, my nigga, 6. You missed us, bro. We done.
We like this. I like this time better, man.
Yeah,
I think this time does better for us, and like I think it's just a good time. 4 to 6 is just a solid time. 6 p.m. I think a lot of people, you know, maybe just trying to like just kick off and just relax from work.
Beat their shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this might be the thing that gets them through the last hours of work, and I think that's why I like this 4 p.m.
Yeah, someone actually said that. They said, "Yo, you helped me with the shitty ass day at work." And I was like, "That's dope."
Yeah.
Shout out to he's somewhere there.
Thanks for the activity today. Thanks for the streamers today. We're gonna keep pushing and keep building brick by brick. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. We'll be back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. This was another solid pod, man. Yeah, there's so much happening in the world to where like I feel like every pod day there's just gonna be some interesting, good topics. Obviously, if you didn't catch us talking about Tory Lanez, we talked about him at the very front. So
yeah, so once we end the stream, you could just go all the way back to the front, and that's where we talk about it. So yeah, if you guys just tapping in, we talked about Tory, we talked about Diddy, like the first like 45 minutes of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, man, shit. Catch y'all boys Friday. Appreciate y'all tapping in. That's episode 5. Trash Talk. Tell your peoples.